Hello,
10%.
come.
Thanks. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir.
Let's take this.
Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Akash Joshi is your name.
Yes, sir.
You are from Bageshwar.
Sir, my mother and father are from Uttarakhand, but I was born and brought up in Delhi.
Ramesh Nagar.
Yes, sir. The post office is Ramesh Nagar, but I stay at Karampura Moti Nagar.
Okay. Mr. Joshi,
Yes,
your father is doing some industry business.
yes.
What is the industry?
Sir, actually, it is a flower decoration business. The products that are used in the decoration in a wedding and the wholesaling of that, like the flower form, the Oasis company, and the artificial flowers and cutters and everything. So he actually sells that in the Gazipur flower market.
So it is business, not the industry.
Yes, sir. He is self-employed and it is a bit business, not industry.
But when the flowers are cutting and all that done, so it becomes a little process also. Industry.
No, sir.
Because
It is not a process. Actually, it is trading because he buys the dry flowers. It is not natural flowers. He buys the dry flowers and sells it to other retailers.
Okay, thank you. You are the student of political science, international relations. Okay.
Yes.
So, have you heard a term called open governance partnership? During the sidelines of United Nations in the year 2008, the setup came with many countries, including UK, including Bangladesh. But sadly, 75 countries are the members so far, and India is so far not a member. Have you heard this term,
Sir, I'm not able to recall
open
it. as of
governance? Anything you can guess what is open governance? Why should we use this term? Being a student of political science, open governance, what exactly it means?
Sir, in my opinion, it can be either related to the international norms or the climate governance.
Not about transparency.
Sir, I think the international governance.
Transparency and integrity. These are the two in transparency and integrity, or
Yes.
fiscal integrity. Fine. So it is said that if you see the NCRB data, National Crime Record Bureau, which maintains the data on crime, it is said that IT Act 2000, if you see the objective of the act, it was for checking the financial crimes, money laundering, etc. But later on, it is being observed that crime against women, is internet-driven crime against women has increased over a period. It's increased during COVID also, but otherwise also in India. How do you relate to it? Based on that, there has been number of amendments in IT Act 2000. Any amendment you can recall relating to the crime against women in IT Act 2000?
Sir, I'm not sure of the amendment, but I can recall some of the sections which are there to.
Which are the section under which?
Sir, section 69A, under which if there is any content which is there which harms the integrity of an individual, I think the news can be stopped by the government.
I'm talking about the women related. Certain amendments have come up, to deal with the crime, internet related crime against women. Somebody is tagging. You heard tagging? Voyeurism, tagging. Somebody is go to the Facebook and tag something dirty with the women. All these things have covered under the IT Act. We have not gone through. Fine. Any safety, you belong to which district only?
So West Delhi.
What is the safety app? Number of states have come with the women's safety app. In Delhi, any safety? Suppose a woman is in distress.
Yes.
Where does she call? Does she call 100 number or is there any special number?
Sir, in Delhi there is a special woman helpline number.
What is that?
Sir, I'm forgetting the number.
No issue. All right. So, have you heard? Do you know something about the witness protection schemes 2018?
Yes.
What is that?
Sir, it is to ensure that the security and the security of life of the witnesses, because there was no witness protection scheme before that. So it was to ensure that the witnesses and the life and security and the identity of the witnesses are protected on the basis of that.
Any special role given to the state legal authorities?
So one thing I can recall of is that the identity should not be disclosed in any manner, and also the so that's all I can recall as of now.
Okay. Has it become act or it is still a bill? This
Sir, it has not.
witness-
It is yet to become an act.
All right. Anything just last question today. It has come in the newspaper regarding the Quad. This Quad, like SARC, is after 2014 there is no meeting.
Yes.
Why? Any reason that it was any? What are the issues because of that? The SARC meeting is not coming up.
So the primary reason is the geopolitical rivalry between India and Pakistan, which is hampering.
Fine. Thank you.
Akash, you told that your father deals in flower decoration business.
Yes.
So can you tell me which is the national flower of India?
Sir, is it lotus? I'm not sure.
No shoes. Do you like flowers?
So not particularly, but yes, I do like some flowers, like roses and sunflower.
Oh, nice. So what is your hobby?
So my hobby is singing as well as watching TV shows and movies.
Can you sing a song for us,
Sure, sir.
please?
Sir, it is a song from Ram Teri Ganga Maili,
Mm-hmm.
which also depicts the beauty of Uttarakhand as well.
Mm-hmm.
हुस्न पहाड़ों का क्या कहना, हुस्न पहाड़ों का क्या कहना, के बारों महीने यहाँ मौसम जाड़ों का.
Thank you.
You
You sing well.
Very good, sir.
But you did your graduation last in 2017.
Yes.
Since last 5 years, what have you been doing?
So after that, I started with my MA in mass communication, which was
Mhm.
completed in 2019.
Mhm.
And at the same time, I started preparing for civil services.
Okay, you haven't mentioned about your masters in your DAF form.
So yes, these,
Okay, maybe it's my mistake then. And you have been working as a content writer.
yes,
So, what does content writing involve?
sir. It involves first of all the identification of the current news that are there, and that is important for the exam. And then it wants the research. On the basis of research, the content is created, and as far as my responsibility was concerned, I was responsible for the to the point program of the industry that I was working with, and in which I had to make short notes and present in the media channels.
So, can you tell me anything about IP protection law in India?
Sir, I'm not able to.
Intellectual property.
Okay, IPR.
So, like there is lot of accusations against like a violation of copyrights or copying the intellectual property of some famous author, etc., or ideas of somebody. Is there any law in India for protection?
Yes, sir, there is.
What is it?
So there is Copyright Act as well. There
Mhm.
is Patents Act as well, and there are Trademark Act
Mhm.
and Industrial Secrets Act as well. There's
So,
certain-
under which act are the authors who write novels, etc., covered? Is it under the Patent Act or Industrial Act?
Sir, it is the Copyrights Act.
Copyright Act. And last question: why do you want to come into civil service when you are such a good singer? Why don't you take it up professionally?
Sir, first of all, when I started singing, when I started to sing during my school days, I like to sing, but I did not ever see this going into profession. It did not occur to me that I should make a profession out of it. But I like singing, and that's why I sing, because it makes me a bit.
So, do you do classical singing as well?
Sir, I've not learned classical singing from anyone, but I like to sing classical as well. But I'm a self-taught one.
So,
So, what is the importance of behavioral approach in political theory?
Ma'am, the behavioral approach was brought to bring the revival in the political science, because it involved the introduction of scientific approach in political science and international relations, which would mean that the theories or any other studies that they put are based on facts, and they should be verified, and they should be on the basis of measurement and variation. So it led to revival of the political theory.
Okay, then if it was the revival of the political theory, but then why did it decline? What led to its declination?
Ma'am, there were certain approaches which David Easton calls that were responsible for the decline. For instance, the historical and legal institutional approach, which was static in nature, and that's why there was the reason of decline. And second reason was that, ma'am, they were more Eurocentric in nature. They did not compare the countries, the political system of developing countries, and they were more of Eurocentric in nature. So they were static, and that's why which David Easton called it led to their decline.
Okay. So if you're given an option, would you choose to work in Bhageshwar or in New Delhi or Delhi?
Ma'am, I would choose New Delhi.
You choose New Delhi. Why not Bhageshwar?
Ma'am, though I have no negative aspect for that, but I think for me, my primary concern is growth in my professional ability. And I think in New Delhi, I would get more such responsibilities and more such tasks for my own enrichment of my knowledge and as well as my personality.
Don't you think there is a need of hardworking bureaucrats in your native place, or the not the bureaucrats, I'll say the administrators there, and the native place which comes from where do you belong to?
Ma'am, I think there is a need for hardworking bureaucrats as well as those bureaucrats which can take some innovative steps to ensure that the economy there is transitioned from the agriculture based to a bit of service based economy, and also to ensure that there is sustainable economic development in there. Because one of the primary concern of Uttarakhand is the migration because of lack of economic opportunity and lack of health and education infrastructure. So I think a bit of innovative bureaucracy is required to deal with their area.
Okay. So my last question. What is the power rivalry in South Asia? Do we have power rivalry in South Asia?
Yes, ma'am, we do have power rivalry.
Okay, what is that? Like which countries or what aspects does it include?
Ma'am, first of all, when the countries are concerned, it is Pakistan and India, first of all, which are having the nuclear power rivalry, because Pakistan is making the...
How many countries come in South Asia? See, there are two things. One is Southeast Asia and one is South Asia. So I'm talking about South Asia, not Southeast Asia.
Ma'am, including Afghanistan, 8 countries.
Including Afghanistan, 8 countries. Okay. So you talked about that Pakistan and India have a power rivalry in South Asia.
And yes, ma'am. And also, if I include China in the context, so the major power rivalries between India and China.
So is China a part of South Asia?
No, ma'am, it is not, but it has presence in South Asia through various ports and through various projects.
Okay, thank you.
You have mentioned watching TV shows.
Yes.
As a hobby.
Yes.
What kind of TV shows you watch? Any particular liking?
Sir, I would say sci-fi TV shows and political fiction.
And where do you watch these TV shows?
So Netflix.
Online platforms.
Yes.
So what is OTT stands for?
So OTTs are over-the-top platform which provide audio and video-based content without the need of cable or satellite system, and directly which can be accessed through digital apps.
So what challenges the Indian society is facing with respect to these OTT platforms today?
Sir, in my opinion, these OTT platforms, before the emergence of IT Rules 2021, were the facing of non-regulation or less regulation, but after IT rules, that is being catered to. And also, sir, the lack of certification part that was there in the OTT platform, that is also catered to by the rules. And the parental controls is also there, and also to verify the age. But at the same time, there is also a concern that these rules should be able to prevent certain negative elements in these OTT platform, like there should not be child pornography or sexually explicit content, which is morally wrong for the society. Those things should not be there.
But it is there sometimes.
Sir, it has been there, but after the IT rules of 2021, the administration has tried to control it.
Okay, and do you can you categorize the age classification in OTT platforms?
So there are 5 age-based certification as far as I'm aware. One is the universal, which can be watched by anyone. Then is there U13 plus. Then there is sir, I'm not able to classify
No,
currently,
no
but there are 5
No
classifications.
problem. You have mentioned about editing.
Yes,
Okay, you have also done a course in that. So,
yes.
what is deepfakes?
So deepfake is based on the technology of artificial intelligence as well as machine learning, in which a person that is visualized in the digital domain is manipulated, his face and voice can be manipulated through these technologies, and which presents a false narrative.
Okay, very nice. My last question to you. Uh, you mentioned about flowers.
Yes.
So let's conclude there.
Sure, sir.
What is artificial hybridization? You mentioned that dry flowers,
Yes,
your father as a business,
yes.
he takes. So what is artificial hybridization? How will you define dry flowers?
So as far as the dry flower is concerned, they are, which we deal with, they are not natural flowers, but it involves the paper flowers. It also involves plastic flowers. It also involves carnation flowers, which are imported from China mostly.
Okay. And artificial hybridization, any idea?
No, sir, I don't
Okay,
know
no
idea about
issues.
that.
Good wishes.
So I think otherwise, for dress, he will say you should have tie should be inside.
Yes, sir.
So I think
I have to buy a
color-
new.
Informal actually.
Ah.
a bit.
Yes, I have to buy a new shirt and a tie. Actually,
Ah.
And
this is not
when
possible.
you're walking in, have your upper button at least buttoned up. Otherwise, बहुत casual लगता है.
Sure. sir.
Akash, very good answers you're giving. The thing is, don't just look very serious. Take it lightly. Like just have a smile on your face, because that was, I think, missing somewhere. You, like whatever the questions have been asked, don't think like you know the answers, everything, clear the mains and everything. So you know the answers. You just have to put up in a way. So just have a smile, a bit of smile. Don't look that serious.
But one thing I want to highlight, that in the point number C7C, positions of distinction of leadership in school and college, you have left that column.
Yes, sir.
So since you are saying explicitly you have never been into a leadership position, why you should be selected as an officer today? It could be one of the questions in your interview, because you have not mentioned it. Okay, so just prepare your answer. And the moment you're giving definitions, you're doing very good, you're confident. But as ma'am said, just keep a smile on your face, little bit. That gives you more confidence.
You're a good candidate.
Okay.
You'll do well.
Best of luck.
Best of
Congratulations.
luck.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.